G'day punters, how's it going? I think we're live. Good to see you. Thought I'd just jump on, have a bit of a chat. Saturday night in Melbourne. Fire up the channel. Bit of a new channel name as well. Sort of moved. We're JCB's place now, so we're just keeping it pretty chilled. And yeah, that's where we're at. Just gonna get this. I've got some guests as well chilling in the background. Let's get them on in a sec. Firstly, before we do that, let's get that down. All right, put that on. Who we got? We've got, where is he? There he is. Hi, mate.
What's up? It's been the sound. I don't know what was going on with the sound, but I had to like log out, log back in, and then plug in headphones, and then unplug, and it worked out that it was. I don't know. What's up? Good to see you.
Good to see you, maybe.
It's the most scuffed like setup I think I've ever done before. Like, got a light over there to see if that can make a difference because there's so much light behind me. I don't know.
Yeah.
Good to be here, man.
Can hear you nice and clear as well. So
fantastic. This baby has been, I tell you, Shure MV7 hasn't let me down. It's been so good.
Yeah, no, that's good. And yeah, no, the videos are coming out nice and clear. The sound.
Yeah, it helps. I tell you, sound recording in the early days, sound was the worst thing. Like, that was the hardest thing to get across.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. It's nice to have something consistent. You know, everything else is all over the place, but sound is genuinely quite consistent. So it's a bonus.
Yeah, nice one. We've got Russell joining us as well. Hey, Russell, good to see you, buddy.
I'm going to log in on this side. I've got a laptop over here, so forgive me if I'm slow.
Yeah. It's,
what time is it that side?
Sorry, mate?
What time is it that side?
9:35 p.m.
Man.
Yeah.
Time zones really just completely, you know.
It's funny, isn't it? You're just getting up, you're just starting your day.
Yeah, just starting my day. Man.
Time zone stuff is funny. And we've got another friend of ours joining us on the back in the
Thomas, good to see you, buddy. Is he on a train or a plane? Train.
Yeah.
How are you doing, guys? Yeah, I'm in
a bit of a sound delay.
I'm on the way to Watch Pro in London, so didn't see a few watches there.
It looks like it's good.
How are you doing, guys?
I've seen a couple of photos. It looks like it's really sick. They've got everything going on there, so that should be cool.
Yeah,
good to see you, Russell.
Yeah. Hi, Russell. How are you doing? Hi, Mr. GMT.
Yeah.
Mr. GMT. I haven't been on a live stream in what, like a year? Must be over a year.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. It's been a while. I think. Did you do one on your channel after mine, or I don't think so, right?
December. The last one I think I did was the best watch releases of December, the last quarter of the year, 2021, and that was it.
The last quarter. Yeah, it's a lot been happening, man.
The break's been really good. I think it'd be nice to get back into it again. Definitely going to do that. But a lot has been happening this side, as you know, those close know.
Yeah, lots been going on. I know. I think for all of us, like, well, obviously with yourself, you know, the personal things, but I think just people in general coming out of lockdown and out of COVID over the last sort of 12 months, getting just back into life, sort of trying to get normality back, and you know, just sort of getting back to life, and you know, having a bit less time for hobbies and stuff like this. And
I feel that, man. I feel that. Yeah, everything has slowed down. Like, the world has gone back to its usual, or pretty much gone back to its usual self in a sense. And watch content can also be hit or miss a lot of the times with releases and things. So yeah, it's been an interesting month, however long it's been.
Yeah, although there's like there's a new COVID strain that's going around Australia.
Oh, yeah. There's always
I
going
don't
to
know,
be.
right?
I haven't heard anything this side, but there's always going to be another one and another one. It's just the nature of viruses. They're just going to continue to expand. And luckily, our bodies are immunized. So, I mean, helps.
Yeah.
We've all had it, right? We've either had it in vaccinations or we've got it ourselves. Yeah. So, helps
Yeah.
with any virus.
Well, touch wood, it doesn't hit any of us hard again. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'm joining you.
absolutely.
It's 10:30 in the morning. 10:30 in the morning, but I thought, you know what, since we haven't done this in over a year, I'm like, okay, just a tiny.
Why not? Why
I
not?
haven't been touching alcohol a lot. I've got to say to everyone, haven't been on the alcohol at all over the last few months because of what's been going on. You know, the worst thing you can do is do that to yourself. But now slowly getting back in. It's Glenmorangie Lasanta, 12-year-old.
Oh, nice.
I haven't had it in a long time, and it's something else, man. And I've also got
Beautiful.
coffee and everything, so it's going to taste horrible. So I think I'll stick to the whiskey to start, and then get into it that way.
Cheers.
Yeah, nice.
Cheers, James. Thomas, you look like you're alone on that train. What is
There's a bit
that?
of sound.
No.
Is that a cat next to you or something? What was that?
No.
I think there's a few kids floating around in the background there.
How long is
I might just
to mute you?
yeah. I just mute him for a sec while people settle down in the background there.
Sign language, like in the background.
Yeah.
Oh,
So before we sort of get into the chat today, I thought just really quickly, I just wanted to sort of give a nod, bit of a shout out to Blue Shirt because it was his sort of 1 year anniversary of his passing on the 9th of November. That was a couple of days ago. So just a bit of a shout out, and Blue Shirt, if you're up there watching somewhere, man, we're just thinking of you all the time.
That's correct.
Missing you a lot, man. So,
yeah. I can. It's been quite a bittersweet,
Yeah.
bittersweet few months for a lot of us, and my faith in life has definitely been restored.
yeah.
I think there've been too many just happy coincidences that have been going on to explain that there is someone else looking after us somewhere. That's for damn sure. So yeah. First-hand experience, I can say. I think our man Blue Shirt is definitely, he's well taken care of. I listened to the tribute show a little bit the next morning, and it was really nice on Archie's channel. It was great.
Yeah.
It was really nice hearing, that side. And Thomas, that message you compiled, his greetings to everyone on the live stream, that was cool. That was really good. If you can still hear me, I don't know. It's probably noisy in the train, but
Yeah, I think there's a bit of a delay getting to him.
speed of sound is the word.
Yeah.
Like it's useless. It's freaking useless. Gotta sort it out.
Speed of sound. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
I like that. We'll get one of the things I wanted to chat about actually was. So Thomas, I think I'm just going to put you on mute for a little bit, mate, because I think there's a bit of background sound coming from the train. So I'll just put that up. That's better, mate. Thank you. I really was digging that really crazy Omega that dropped.
Chrono Chime, Chrono Chime's cool. It's really cool.
The Chrono Chime, man. It was like, what the hell? It's crazy.
It's pretty mind blowing that a brand like Omega can bust out that kind of move. After I love the intersection. You have the Moon Swatch, and then you have the Chrono Chime. Like completely different, same brand, same swatch group, but like they can do both.
Yeah.
I can't see that from many makers today.
Yeah, we'll get onto that in a little bit, and I thought as well something else we could sort of touch on, I suppose. Something that I've been thinking about with the release of the Rolex, the Deep Sea Challenge.
Yeah.
More about like the sort of the future of Rolex, like in terms of materials and where we sort of think that they're going to go? Because I think obviously titanium is a thing now, and I think it'd just be interesting to maybe think into maybe sort of think about into the catalog where we think we'll see a bit of titanium or a bit of experimentation in the future. I think
it's right. Hey, when you think that, the Explorer, if the Explorer line gets that kind of treatment, Explorer 36 titanium full bracelet, that thing would sell like hotcakes. Can you imagine?
An Explorer 2, you're right, IDGuy. Yeah, an Explorer 2 in titanium would be amazing.
The polar dial would look exceptional. It would just accentuate the white even more. That'd be good. I don't know. You see, how long ago was it? I said the future is titanium. Must have been like maybe a year ago. I don't know. But it's something that I've just felt in my gut for the last at least over a year. That sports watches moving to titanium is going to be something that's going to catch on more and more. Now that Rolex has just done it, I think hopefully we're going to see it democratized a bit more. And it'd never be cheap, but brands could maybe push the envelope a bit and experiment with the stuff. It'll be so good. Grade 2, grade 5, doesn't matter.
It's such a good material. It's such a good material to use.
Fantastic. Yeah.
It's hard. It's light. It's a great material. Yeah.
It's the best part of all, hypoallergenic. So if you have sensitive skin, it'll never affect you. I mean, a lot of people. I also I'm allergic to nickel. If I get trapped in my knuckles and stuff, like I'm working on my bike at the moment, and if I break a thread or something, and there's if I'm drilling into it, I had to drill a couple of days ago. Nickel getting into my skin and getting into the creases of my knuckles and things, it's the worst. But with titanium, don't have to worry about that stuff. And corrosion resistance is also huge, especially for when you're working in an environment like the sea. You don't want titanium to corrode. Well, it won't. So it's a bonus.
Yeah. Well, now that we're talking about it, I thought we'd just pull it up and keep talking about it. So that's really cool. So, so what's with nickel? It's nickel. Is that an alloy in stainless steel?
Yeah, nickel is an addition. Nickel is basically like a filler. I think it's used for luster more than anything else. Nickel plating. I think nickel plating helps with corrosion resistance too. If I remember right. It's been a while since I've done metallurgy, but nickel plating has to aid in the corrosion of resistance of something. They would do it. It's a very cheap when you do plate something in nickel. It's a very cheap process. Will Rizzo, welcome. It's good to see you, brother.
Hey, buddy. Yeah, good to see you.
On my other end, if I can. Let's see. But yeah, so, nickel is just an additive. Look at that thing.
Yeah. So I mean, obviously, and we were talking about this, Thomas, on your channel a couple of weeks ago. I mean, obviously no one is really going to buy the thing to wear it, right? People will buy it to put it in.
There is one friend that I know, a really great guy, who is getting one. Sorry, Thomas.
Like to actually would they? I mean, would you go around wearing the thing though? I mean,
yeah, this buddy of mine is 6'5" and 130 plus kilos, and he can wear it any day, easy.
Yeah. If you, that sort of size. Okay, fair enough. But most of us, right? It's not. I mean, this thing exists just because they can do it, right?
It's just a brag. Yeah, it's so. Yeah. I mean, 11 kilometers down. Nobody can do that. No human can do that. No human can do 3Ks down, let alone 11Ks.
No.
That's just
it's bragging rights. You're right. It's bragging rights, and 23 millimeters thick. I mean, it's a monster.
I think the record at the moment for free dive is something like 170 meters free dive. So that's no oxygen's going straight down. I mean, that's impressive. Right. That's like what? But as for this 11Ks, people just can't. Like the best kind of example. Have you ever seen El Capitan, Yosemite National Park?
No.
It's that huge mountain face, rock face, that all the mountain climbers go on. It's like a vertical wall.
Okay.
You see, if you have a Mac, you'll know. You get it on your wallpaper on your desktop.
Oh, okay.
That's actually, let's see, pull it up, El Capitan, and it's
I'm looking it up. Yeah.
This is a good exercise. Yosemite or Yosemite if you're cultured. Right.
Yosemite.
So
okay.
let's try and get a full frame of it somewhere. The height of that wall is give or take 900 meters straight up.
Okay.
So just put that into perspective now. That, and if you had to see, I mean, what's the climber, the free solo climber's name? I don't know his name, but yeah, he did that no assistance. He did that free climb with no ropes or anything. It's crazy. So when you see a perspective shot from the top of that down 900 meters, that's an 11th. That's 1/11th of the depth that watch can go.
Yeah.
11 times that rock face. It's just a small. I mean, I think we would have to be there to see how tall it is in person up front. It's just stupid.
Yeah.
No human has gone down 800 meters in the ocean, I don't believe.
Yeah.
Actually, no, it's touch and go.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, I think, it's like I've always said. I mean, I love the fact that these things exist. Like that these guys are bringing out this sort of stuff. I'm not going to buy this stuff. I'm not going to wear it. But the fact that it's there and they're actually doing it, kudos to them, and it's hats off. It's great. I'm more interested in sort of seeing where we think, like, where would titanium be put next in the Rolex catalog, do you think?
Yeah, good question. I mean, I think the primary, difficult. I don't know if Rolex is using titanium. This is the thing. I don't know if Rolex is going to be using titanium for its. It has a few properties for its ability to be great in water. In this instance, they're using titanium because the watch is so freaking heavy. I mean, it's 50 mils diameter. It's 23 mils thick. Hey, Mason one. Yeah, it's been a while. Hey, it's been such a long time since we've done this. Because the watch is so thick and probably would weigh like 500 grams if it didn't have this metal used. I think more than anything, they're using this as, how's it watch 6 though? They're using this more as a weight saving thing than anything truly practical for the water, I believe. But then it has the added benefit of being so great in the ocean. So you have to ask, if the next watch they do it with, it might be the sub. It's the obvious answer. If you're working with a dive watch, titanium is fantastic. Or are they using it for its extra properties, like the Explorer, for its strength and rigidity? I mean, titanium scratches. Difficult to know.
I think with titanium, like stainless steel scratches, titanium scratches, but titanium's harder to rework, I believe, and because of the hardness.
Machining.
Yeah, like
it's
to rebrush it.
Yeah, I've got titanium.
Go for it,
I've got titanium watch, and it's terrible. It scratches really deeply, and it's impossible to polish out. It's really bad to polish out. It's a really hard metal to polish.
And partly the reason why it's so expensive is manufactured.
It's a great metal. Yeah, it's a great metal to use, though. It's a great metal to use if you can avoid scratching it. It's a great metal to use. It's so light. It's you can. I think it's 60% lighter than, or 60% steel is 60% the heavier than titanium.
Yeah, it's a third lighter than steel. So 30% lighter than steel.
Yeah.
I made that mistake in the video. Yeah.
Well, I think Will brings up something there, because he's got three Zelos in titanium, and gave a bit of a wristy there. I'm wearing a stainless steel Zelos. Zelos, as we know, they bring out value divers, value watches. The titanium pieces, I think, what are they? Will like roughly US probably 500, 600, 700, something like that. And I'm not. I wouldn't have a clue about the different grades of titanium. I know there's grade 2, grade 5. I think there might be even grade 3.
That's all you need to know.
So it's not. They can bring them out. They can make them relatively cheaply now. It's not like some hard to produce
source material. Yeah.
Yeah, like they can do it. It's really interesting that guys like Rolex and Omega have just taken so long to jump on to it. I don't think Omega even really does anything with titanium, but
they do, boy. They do.
Canada. Okay. Oh yeah, no, sorry, my mistake. Yeah. No, they do. They've had it in a few divers.
Yeah, they've covered everything. They've actually done the Aquaterra. They've done the Seamaster 300 Professional.
Yeah.
They've done Planet Ocean, and now the Ultra Deep as well. They've
that's
been
right.
playing around it for a while. That's ultralight Aquaterra that all the golfers use.
Yeah, the golfers one. Yeah.
So with that push-in crown, it's like a spring-loaded crown, telescopic crown, I think they call it. Too cool.
But didn't that watch cost like 30K or something?
Stupid expensive. I don't know why. I think the movement is all titanium or something, and it's massively shock resistant.
Yeah.
Sick though, really sick.
Yeah, sick. I reckon they should. I reckon we'll see it in the Explorer line though. I think that sort of seems to me where they should do it. If they bring out an Explorer 2, I reckon that would be, as you guys were saying before, just seems like the logical sort of piece. The only thing is that bezel would sort of maybe scratch up a bit.
Very badly. And the issue is, if we think of how they've been releasing these watches, they've just brought out an updated Explorer 2. They've just brought out an updated Explorer 1. They've just brought out an updated Submariner. So it's like, what are they going to do? They're just going to stick with it for a while. I mean, this will be the only watch in titanium for at least like a year or two, I reckon. I mean, yeah. And the sad thing is,
it'll be a long time. It'll be a long time before they expand the range to something else. Definitely, yeah.
Look at that ring lock in there. It looks so goofy. Hey, like it's it's just, if you've seen the like live photos from people in boutiques wearing them.
Yeah,
it's so big. Like you don't actually. It's got a 60 mil lug length, man. 60. 60.
I love how this dude's just chilling here, casually wearing like chinos and a little Hodinky cardigan with his.
Yeah. He's got a wrist like mine, so you can imagine. I mean, it's ridiculous. It is so big. That watch. And then sideways. Massive. These pictures don't actually do it justice. It's so much bigger from what I've seen. It's just a brick. Sad.
I mean,
it's cool. It's a really cool idea, but no one can rock it.
Yeah, no.
You have to be 6'5" and have an 8-inch wrist for a start before it even looks proportionally right on you. But yeah, that's the way it goes. I love the Sea Dweller line. They are sick. What's that one? The 11600. I think it's called the SD 4000. Let me look it up.
Yeah.
That's my favorite. The Sea Dweller 4000, definitely. The one
without what a gem! No cyclops, fully graduated ceramic bezel. Oh, I would have that watch in a heartbeat. It's actually it's cool because it all coincided with the FXD at the end of the day.
It's a 11600, I think.
No, it's 66.
Really,
it's a really easy reference. Yeah, 116600. No, not six. No, you have to put another 0 in. But the single 0 is the steel bezel, I think, that aluminium bezel. Bloody reference numbers, man.
11 doubles. That's like a 6-digit.
That's it. I don't know if you know this. This is.
Yeah. It's they call it the SD 4K or something. Is that right?
Yeah. This is the ceramic bezels. It's just.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. This one is sick. Yeah.
People go mad for them. People collect them like crazy today. I can't imagine what they sell for. I've been following a lot of the grey market stuff lately.
They've only recently become popular, though. I think they've only recently become popular. People avoided them because they didn't really like them. But I like it because it hasn't got a Cyclops on. I love it.
No, it's
it's great.
40 mil diameter, tapered lugs. Oh, gem.
Yeah, look at that. It's pretty much got everything you want. Like it's got the maxi dial, ceramic bezel with all the markings around it.
Yeah.
40 mil, no date. Yeah, it's a pretty sick watch, man. It's pretty sick.
I mean, what else do you need? It's like, it's superb. I knew someone who had a 11660. I think that's the aluminium bezel sea dweller from like early 90s to early 2000s. Really nice watch as well. Really nice. I mean, the proportions and everything great, but this thing is just on another level.
Yeah, here's your Orange's prediction. Yachty gets the titanium next, and that's it. Yeah, I was thinking about it too, but I'm not sure about it because I feel like Yachtmasters, they tend to be precious metal pieces. They've been like, they bring them out in white gold, and then there was the yellow gold. They stick to precious metal. Maybe so. I'm not.
Ainsley, you know the Ainsley prototype, Ben Ainsley and his Yachtmaster that he wore, basically testing.
Yeah, that was a Yachtmaster, wasn't it?
Well,
okay, that was okay.
It's really cool.
So maybe there's something in that. Yeah, maybe they'll go the Yachty. Yeah,
it's hard to know. It's a freaking date just in titanium. Imagine that. People will go mad for that watch. Can you imagine? Can you imagine how cool that would be? A Jubilee in titanium. Oh, people will go crazy.
Yeah. I think someone was saying it on one of the other streams the other day. Root beer with a two-tone Jubilee bracelet might be coming sort of next year-ish. Imagine that, man.
So Thomas is just like, that's
he just freaked out. That's just sent him.
He's gone. He's putting his name on the list right now.
It's just too much.
Man, that's a awesome. That would be awesome.
So, I won't see titanium for you.
For the using safe, yeah, they'll probably stick to yeah. I mean, titanium. I really feel like titanium was just done to cut the weight because it would have been 500 grams otherwise. He's back. He's back.
He had a momentary freak out thinking about that CHNR with the Jubilee bracelet.
It would be. I mean, I've done renders of that before. Every year doing those prediction videos, I know I've done a review. So good. Like, problem is everyone wants them now, which is very annoying.
The Yachtmaster 42 though, that comes in gold and white gold and yellow gold. If that came in in titanium, that would be awesome.
The proportions of that would be
really nice.
Yeah. I've been looking at that watch really seriously, like lately. The white gold one, it's a really cool piece. It's really cool. Like
I've seen one of those, and I've seen the anthracite dial with a platinum bezel. Is it platinum?
Yeah. Platinum bezel. Yeah, anthracite.
42 on rubber is proportions perfect. Absolutely perfect.
It looks like a sport. It looks really sporty, but it's under the radar too because the bezel's got that matte look to it, and it's on the Oyster Flex, so it's not like a full bracelet watch. It's like a full stealth bomber Rolex piece. I think that's a killer piece. While we're talking about dream pieces, I'll just indulge me for a second. I want to get you guys' thoughts on this one.
Philippe, I know Russell's chomping at the bit.
No, we'll just go to this one really quickly. It's the chocolate dial Daytona. Yeah, man, this thing is. I've fully just started to come around to this piece, like how good a watch it is. Like
I really like it.
Everything about this piece is just dope, man. Really cool. Like, just look at it. Like,
That's sick. It is sick.
It's the dial, the chocolate dial. I tried on a chocolate dial Sea Dweller. Sorry, not a chocolate dial Sky Dweller. Sea Dweller.
Yeah.
And their chocolate dials. They're really cool. They've got a lot of dynamism. They've got these gold specks coming through, and there's lots of different colors in the light, and really cool piece. This one, I've been thinking about like a rubber, like an Oyster Flex watch, because when you're wearing a full bracelet watch, the full bracelet just draws a lot of attention to your wrists, I reckon. Especially when you're rocking a Jubilee or something with polished.
That's it. Hey, we were chatting about it the other day. I think, well, I heard in the background, it's that the stealth factor disappears completely. You know, like, you can't. Everyone knows what it is today. I think you mentioned. I think I heard the live stream the other week. You were talking about how people were checking you out at a restaurant. And you just felt like eyes were on you when you were sitting at the restaurant with the Jubilee on. You know?
Yeah, I mean, sure, this is a Daytona, right? It's a gold watch. Like, sure, it's gonna it's not gonna be stealthy, but as far as stealth nice pieces go, I think this is pretty cool.
Pretty sick.
And I was never one for like brown dials, but these chocolate dials on these pieces are really nice.
You'll really come around. You'll come around when they do a GMT like this, brown dial, like a proper root beer.
Yeah,
it's just. No, I'm a bit of a fan though. Like I'm quite a diehard for brown clothes, brown shoes, brown watches. So yeah, I mean Thomas and I are both, I think, really keen on it.
Me too. With the root beer,
Yeah,
the root beer look is
very good.
The Clint Eastwood original, the 16753, is a winner in my book.
I love it.
Definitely.
Love it so much.
They've got to expand the Daytona to a 41 or 42 mil case next year.
Yeah,
on the anniversary.
When do you reckon that'll happen?
Well, next year, the anniversary, isn't it? It's definitely got to happen that time. Definitely got to happen that time.
No, it'll be sick. There's lots to look forward to. The thing is, though, now we've gotten to a point where we've predicted everything. They've done everything. They've only got like that much to work with. So it will be a Daytona change, or don't expect anything huge, but
maybe we'll get a titanium Daytona. Imagine that.
Yeah, that'll happen. But they've got to rework the movement, though, haven't they, to fit into a larger case, I think. Which is the only problem.
Actually, you know what? Just looking at it, maybe the movement could actually fit better in a larger case, because those subdials, I mean, the way they're stacked, offset at 3 and at the 9, maybe a 1 mil diameter increase will make the subdials actually sit together on a dial. Just thinking, you blow it up. I don't know.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah.
Yeah, at least bring it a little bit closer to the center. Oh, look at that thing, man! Just dope.
It is cool.
It looks so much better on Oyster Flex, doesn't it? I think it looks lovely on Oyster Flex.
It's funny how we come around to these things, hey? Like, there's always so much animosity when they brought out the Oyster Flex. Like, what? You're giving us plastic on our watches now? What the hell?
Yeah.
And a couple of years later, you think, you know what? Now with everyone going after these pieces, it's pretty nice to have something that's a bit more under the radar.
Well, have a look at this one. Well, this was actually the precursor to that piece, right?
With crazy numbers,
Yeah, and this was actually the first ceramic Daytona that came out.
Get out of time.
Believe it or not, back in I think it was 2010 or something like that. So this was the one. This is where they brought out the ceramic. The black ceramic bezel on the Daytona, these funky new racing numerals, and it actually came on leather. So they had came on the leather strap. Another really cool piece, I think, but the updated version, I think, just is a little bit more classic. Yeah, it's a bit neater. Yeah. It's still cool, but the other one. But the price, look at the difference in the price. So here's 55 versus about 90 something.
Oh, I'm not a
This
fan
is
of
a-
those sub-dials.
Yeah, they sort of jump out a bit, don't they?
Yeah, they're not nice.
Yeah, the other on the later one, it's a bit more subtle, I think.
I've been following the grey market space with sports watches from the brand at the moment, and it's just it's doing its thing. It's going up and down and all over the place. But man, the prices just make them so like unpalatable, you know.
Look at it there, though, Thomas. Those subdials, they don't look as crazy as the render. They actually look quite nice on the video.
But I have to ask you. I mean, you're the chrono guy.
Yeah.
You want to read your freaking chronograph, right? Like, how do you even? How do you even? You know?
Yeah. I could deal with it for this. I could sort of deal with it for something like this. I could be like, yeah. It's hard to use the chrono on these watches anyway. You're gonna unscrew those freaking pump pushers. So it's not really the most user friendly chrono.
It's not cool. I mean, most of us know pump pushers are just it's always ready for you. You know.
You got to unscrew those little pushers and push them, and then watch that second hand slowly tick. Wouldn't you rather have a Zenith Chronomaster Sport?
Yeah. 9 times out of 10. 9 times out of 10, you hit that pusher, and it's not going to be unscrewed when you need it to be. You know, when you're about to time something really quick.
Exactly.
Closest thing to tropical. You're right, Orange.
Yeah,
I mean,
like Orange said, the closest thing to tropical.
Russell likes his
beautiful brown dials. Yeah.
Russell has good taste in sizes. Like,
it is. It is pretty good.
I disagree, Russell. I find the Daytona a very illegible watch. It's so small to read the dial. I can't read the dial. I find it far too small.
I think a lot of people have said. I mean, getting one in hand, they can be quite underwhelming in size. The one that's blown me away is the white gold with the silver dial, black panded subdials, and rubber strap. What's it called? It's the 116519, I think. That's the reference. Oh, that blue is nice.
Well, look, I think Russell's got a point. Like, I tried this one on Russell. This is the white gold with the blue dial. So I'll just get rid of that. And man, when I had this on the wrist, it was freaking perfect. It felt so good. It felt like it was the right size. So I'm with you. I think, look, if they bump it up, I believe they're a bit under 40. They're like 39 point thing, right? So if they brought it up to like 40 to or 40.5, like what the Submariner is, that the 41 Submariner is actually like a 40.5. I think that would be fine. That would be fine as well. It wouldn't push it too big. But this watch, this is really this is mega underrated. I think this piece, the white gold, it's a
apparently
stealthy.
Apparently everyone's going wild for them.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Right.
I think it takes a coloured dial to make the Daytona more legible, to be honest with you.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Interesting point.
A blue or brown or a chocolate dial, something like that.
When I think of that Speedmaster 57, what they've done with that collection, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Colorways.
Why don't we?
All the colours, the blues, the greens, the burgundy.
It's a good segue. Sorry to jump into Omega. We'll have a look at the we'll have a look at the speedies in a sec. I thought we'd have a look at this one because
the chronochime, yeah.
Russell, who's in the chat, made a very good point. We were back and forthing the other day, and he said, when I looked closely at the gongs on the minute repeater of this watch, it has tiny little pins that stick out, and he believes that they are in steel, which kind of counteracts the whole idea of a gold gong. I don't know. You have to look really close, like in a video or something.
Well, they've used a CK2. They've used They used to CK.
Go for it.
Yeah, go on, Thomas.
They used to CK2998 dial on this, didn't they?
Yeah.
Which is my favorite dial of Speedmaster.
So what like you mean like the layout, the sort of the bicompact?
They used to CK2998 dial on this, didn't they?
Case
With Aventurine.
Yeah.
As well?
You mean the case? Yeah, I was gonna say you mean the case, right?
Like the CK case. A bit jarring with the bracelet that they're using, because that bracelet's from the 80s, and it's quite a juxtaposition actually. But yeah, the flat case is just superb. Love it. It's so good.
Yeah, when this came out, I just thought, just a totally weird watch. Like, what the hell are they doing? Like, what the fuck is this?
And then you looked into it, and you were like, oh shit.
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. And then I dug into it. I watched your video, which was really cool. I thought that was cool. And then I started looking at some articles and just looking at the piece and reading about it. And yeah, it's really cool. It's really cool. I think it's their most complicated watch. It's a chiming watch for the chrono function. I think that's what it does.
Yeah.
Yeah. So really interesting. Like who the hell? Like why they like? That's a fucking useless complication, really. Let's be honest.
I mean, it's like, because we can. That's where they went with it, I think, which is really cool. But it is kind of useful in a way.
Exactly.
Steel hammers. There we go. Steel hammers.
It's almost saying that we can to the rest of the other brands, that down them.
Yeah.
So them stepping out and saying we can with the rose gold movement, especially the movement's exceptional. And
so much gold in that movement, man. So much gold.
Yeah, crazy.
Man, it's sick. I'm thinking there is some practicality to it, because I mean, reading subdials on a watch is hard enough. Reading the time for a lot of people is bad. But like, just imagine just being able to chime. You're running a session and then you decide, okay, let's stop. Let's just hear how long the chrono's been running for. It's pretty sick. It's really blasé and like overboard, but what the hell? They can do it, so let's give it a go.
Yeah. Weird, interesting piece. Yeah, I love it. I think it's really cool.
What I do like about all of this is that flat length, that flat case.
Yeah.
He's gone. Another tunnel he just went through, I think. Okay.
He's freaking out. He's just freaking out.
The idea that the CK case is root swatch on one wrist, on the other. Can you imagine?
Hilarious. Yeah.
The straight lug end piece is now coming back into, what am I saying? The CK case is coming back into. We're seeing Speedmaster 57 getting popularity, the Seamaster 300. It's great. I love it. It's such a cool case. I think the Lyre lugs have been overused so much over the years. It's a great case. It's probably Omega's calling card, that case design, but this is just elegant and simple, doesn't draw attention. Is he back?
I think
it's not pretty inaccurate. Yeah, I agree. I don't know if you can't chime it when it's running. I don't believe. I mean, that would be a disaster.
I think it's every 10. It does every 10 seconds. I think I was reading. Yeah, so
you would break the movement if you were chiming it while it was running, because I mean that hand crosses. Imagine it crosses the 12 when you do, and then it doesn't actually know what to count, and then so I think you actually have to pause it and then hit the chime once it's done, and it only does hours and minutes, as far as I know. Yeah, I don't think it does seconds.
I think it does 10. Like it'll tell you the 10 in what 10 second you're in. I think we'll have to double check, but. Yeah,
but we have to, after this, since we're talking about chime, we have to look at that Christopher Ward sonnery.
Oh yeah.
One of the best watches of the year, man. I'm so bleak that it just didn't come out at an earlier time, because I would have been getting one of those.
Yeah, we had it. What's it called?
CW Sonnery. Fifth Award
No, the
Sonnery.
C1.
Thomas will know.
What's it called
There we
again?
The Bel Canto.
El Canto, yeah.
Bel Canto, that's it. Yeah.
Worn and Wound has some good pictures. If you hold on.
I'm on there.
Speed of sound, man. Speed of sound. It's such a cool watch. Man, it's good.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think
Cool.
Russell mentioned to me that they brought out a green dial a little bit after this one came out.
Yeah,
The-
green dollars.
the-
Green dollars.
There it is.
The blue one sold out. The blue one sold out in 8 hours, 300, and they brought out
Yeah.
green dial straight away, which sold out immediately as well. And,
Yeah.
it's amazing. It's brilliant for £3,000.
Look at that thing.
You're getting a lot
So
of
I was saying,
for your money.
I was saying that when I saw this, fellas, that it gave me some real Moser vibes. I was like,
And-
it's got a lot of sort of Moser look. And then if we have a look at this, right, we'll get onto this in a sec.
Yeah.
But this is sort of what I'm talking about. So this
yeah.
sort of
What's very interesting, some technical watchmaking jargon. Russell also mentioned to me that I think he said Arm & Strom, and who's the other maker? On Arm & Strong. They use the same bridge maker for this.
right.
So it's
Yeah.
proper like watchmaking we're talking about.
Really?
Yeah.
Right.
It's so good.
And it wasn't very did you say worn and wound? I did.
One and one, yeah. They had a great video on it. I stumbled on. Such a cool little watch. And I mean, it's just I love that subtlety of it just being a time teller, and it just chimes on every hour. It's not complicated. It's just a simple little mechanism. You have a mute button at the bottom there, so you can turn it off when you're sleeping at night. And I mean, it's just so cool. So simple. I think without, I don't know about the bracelet so much. I love it on the leather. It speaks more to its nature.
Yeah, I agree.
Of course, the huge selling point is there's no revised logo on its dial, which is absolutely incredible.
That's what I said. The best thing about it is that it doesn't have any Christopher Ward branding on it.
Because they change it every week. You know, they're like, we're so undecided. Let's just, and I mean, it's sold out in hours. And I mean, you can see why. Yeah, it's just great. You can see W.
The price is good.
It's like £2,000 or something. It's crazy. Oh,
Titanium, full titanium bracelet.
It is full titanium. Forgot about that.
Yeah. There you go, titanium again.
Ah, man. Yeah. If timing was better, that green dial. I need a green dial watch, and this would have just. Yeah, I'm in the process of pretty much selling off my collection now. I'm only going to keep a few pieces at the moment. When things pick up, I'll start getting back into it again. But so great, such a cool watch. I love it. Brill Anto Green, Anto. There we go. Look at that thing. Oh man, that's great. Oh yeah. I saw a monochrome. There was a monochrome article on it. How much wine have you had today?
I had a bit. Yeah.
Hype beast. There we go.
Yeah.
Can you imagine what this watch is going to do on the freaking grey market?
Yeah, this is sick. Look, this green dial is sick, man. Fuck. Yeah, this is dope.
Look at that.
Yeah, that's
that was really nice.
And the way that
really nice.
The way they've warped that ring inside it for the chime, it's all integrated. I mean, the whole movement is on display basically. You know, it's depressingly good. I love it. It's fantastic. One of the best watches of the year for me by far.
Here's a bit of question coming in hot and fast for you, mate. IDGuy.
I'll get the Bel Canto.
Mad One.
I've seen the Mad One. I'm not a fan. It's cool. It's cool. I mean, it is made by MB&F, but like, nah, I'm not a big fan of that. It just feels disjointed. You know, that rotor on the top. It reminds me of early 2000s spinners on a car. They've dated very badly. You know.
Tom, good to see you, mate.
Good to see you, brother.
Yeah, I like the mud red one. I really liked it. You're right about the spinning. It does get a bit out of hand looking at the spinning. Makes you a bit dizzy looking at the spinning rotor on top.
Yeah. It's an ETA based chrono, which is cool. I think this is a Solita base, if I'm not wrong. It's a Solita.
Yeah, this is an SW200 with a 69-part module on top.
I mean, if you're thinking about the watchmaking, I guess ETA would be better. I mean, everyone wants a mad watch now, but I love this more.
Yeah.
I mean, this is just so cool. It's a sonnery. It's a little chime every hour. It's subtle. It calls back to old school watchmaking. Plus, it looks like that. Stunning.
Yeah.
Too good.
Yeah, very cool.
I love the small little hammer on the side is lovely.
That's just brilliant.
I think it's really nice. Yeah.
And that little mute function, that little red arrow tip there, you hit the mute button and that little arrow will drop down to tell you that it's off. It's so cool.
Yeah.
Simple stuff.
The little red arrow. Yeah. Lovely.
Love it.
There's a lot of it looks like that there's a lot of stuff going on with this green dial. Like there's different colors.
Speaking from a render side, I think someone just bumped the saturation a bit too much, and it bloomed it, and it shouldn't look like that.
Okay.
Someone on the Instagram hit it too hard.
Hit it hard.
Stunning. It looks stunning, man. Oh, yeah. It's literally, I think, one of my top 5 favorite watches of the year.
Yeah.
You know,
speaking of top favorite watches of the year. So I was we did a show on Thomas's channel a couple of months back where we were looking at our favorite releases of the year, and a couple of mine have made the GPHG list, which I was sort of I didn't predict that
they won
or anything, but so obviously the MB&F this is a fucking mega watch. Like if people don't know about it, go and have a look at it. Look into it.
That's so cool. Revolution did a great talk on it. I think I remember watching a video about it.
Yeah,
and I've got a buddy, Paul. It's based in London. Such a cool guy. He goes by the handle F1P. I'm gonna try to find him. F1P. Let's see. I'll try. F1PTB. Paul Blandford.
Is that his Instagram handle or something?
Yeah. Such a gem of a guy, and he is so in tune with Moser and MB&F. That's like his two main. F1PTB, yeah. Great guy, and he gets invited to all the events, and he collects the bespoke stuff like the Urworks.
Okay, this guy's heavyweight. Okay.
And just great. I mean, I ran into it. It was so cool. We were going to this event together. We didn't know, right? And I met him a couple of years ago in London at a mini Red Bar event. And then this PR person basically got me involved with a event that we were going out to. I get in this taxi, and he's sitting right next to me, and I'm like, I met you 2 years ago, right? He's like, yeah. And then he's wearing Urwerk, and we're just chatting for it was a half an hour drive. It was great. That's such a good time.
Cool.
Such a cool guy. Yeah, but he's in deep with MB&F, and he gets first dibs on these pieces, and they are just exceptional. MB&F treats you so well, by the way. Like he tells me when he goes to these events, when he goes out to like Dubai Watch Week or something, they will bend over backwards for you. They're just they're so just embracing you into the family. Seldom you see with most watch brands, you don't see that, but brands like MB&F, they're just killer. Yeah.
Isn't that the dream? Isn't that the dream for all of us? Like we're buying MB&Fs and going to fucking Dubai Watch Week and getting schmoozed on by
no, they're just they get free accommodation, they get free meals. It's all just it's a great time. They have such a good time together. And no matter if it's a Mad 1 or, you know, how much are Mad watches? $2,000 or something?
Yeah, a couple of grand.
There's no judgmental, you know, this is the highest of high complications we're talking about. But whether you have one of these machines or a Seiko, they really don't care. That family, the MB&F family, I think is really one of the most inviting groups around. What I've been hearing, at least down the line. It's been cool.
Yeah, that's where I want to be. I want to be in that guy's shoes. I want to be like hanging out with MB&F and getting them sucking my ass and schmoozing.
He's a great guy. He's a really great guy.
I know I've made it in life when that's happening.
I tell you what, though, what makes it is that the humbleness is what gets you there, man. Showboating and telling everyone it doesn't. I mean, he is such a humble guy. You would swear he's just a regular Joe, but that's what makes it. Awesome.
Yeah.
What a cool watch. So the petrol does the full. It's a double split. Of course, it's a double chrono, right?
Yeah. So this one's a double chrono, but the chronos you can operate them separately, but you can also press this button and you can sync them up as well. So you can have
yes.
Yeah, the way it's a bit complicated, but it's basically this is a new chrono, like a new type of complication, like a new type of chronograph design and function. So it's pretty revolutionary. There hasn't been anything ever like this before. So that's why it's obviously taken out the Grand Prix. I think it's actually really, you know, it's next level. It's next level watchmaking. They're very cool.
I'll be honest here. I haven't looked at any of the winners except.
I thought you'd be happy about that. We'll have a look at that. So Tudor taking out the Divers Watch prize.
I think it's their first GPHG win, which is pretty sick.
Divers Watch prize, The Pelagos Divers Watch prize. Yeah, I thought you'd be happy about that.
Cool. I knew there was something good about this watch. You know, something down the line. Yeah, it's great. It's really it's amazing. Like I wear this all the time. I wore it hiking yesterday, and it's just so easy. Just throw it on, do whatever, lightweight. You don't even feel like you're wearing it.
Very watch. Yeah.
Whoa, that was cool. Whoa, there I am.
Show us that. Give us a wristy, mate. Show us that piece.
I'll take it off. Take it off to show the audience. Yeah. So if anyone has an FXD, I would recommend sacrificing a 22mm NATO and putting one of these on. It's just a really good like little retainer, but such a cool piece. I mean, the loom is amazing. If I can, I'm going to try something. Let's see if we can do this. Bear with me for a sec. And we need the light. Will this work? No.
You got another camera.
Don't worry about it. Sorry about it. Forget that didn't happen. I want to see the loom is really potent normally, but not today. Great little piece, man. I put it on the standard. I normally wear it on NATOs, but I put it on the standard strap just for sake of wearability. And
so what have you done there? So that's the standard strap, but you've taken another keeper off a NATO.
Keep it secure, and it makes the biggest difference. Now it's completely fail-proof. There's nothing that could come off, and something that I think was a bit of an oversight. They should have maybe looked into just a small keeper to keep this thing from opening up. But, it's superb.
It's good.
Unfortunately, you want to get a replacement strap. It takes a bit of effort, I hear. So, gonna have to.
Good. It's a good size, man. On your wrist, it looks good.
42. It's technically 43 with the teeth, but man, it's as far as a diving watch goes. Like, what else do you really need? Fully graduated bezel. The loom is exceptional. This room doesn't work well. Russell got one under my recommendation, and the Big Eye's also a winner. Yeah, I think it was for the Revival series or something. I remember that. It's cool. It's cool. So as of right now, I only own 5 watches, and 2 of them are GPHG winners. That's pretty cool.
Very cool. I was really happy that Moser took out this watch prize. It's just such a cool piece. Not many people were clued onto this one, but I feel like I was onto it from the start. Like, it was such a killer piece.
for the
fucking
tourbillon
awesome.
prize. That's a big deal, hey?
I'm not a fan of the skeletonization of the Moser. I'm not a fan of. I'm not. I mean, tourbillons
You're
are
not
very
a skeleton
pointless, really,
fan.
aren't they? They don't have much function.
Pull up
And
the
I'm not a
watch.
skeleton man. I'm not a skeletonization man.
If you pull up this watch
the
in 3 dimensions
skeletonization is a bit
and seeing it on the wrist,
OTT.
it's amazing. It's amazing in real. These renders don't do it justice. There's so
Yeah.
much depth
Well,
to
I'm
it.
sure. I'm sure it is. Yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
Even the loom, like even the markers, they look like little tubes of toothpaste.
Yeah.
On the dial, they're like so 3D. It's a luminous compound that they developed or
Really
had
cool.
developed.
Must be maybe ceramic based or something. What the hell is that Monaco Golf Prize? Come on, man. How did that win the iconic watch prize? Come
The
on.
icon prize.
Won the tourbillon prize, didn't it? Yeah.
I thought this was pretty cool. I've seen this watch, like people wearing it. Like you see it on people like celebrities and stuff. But I've never looked into it. But it looks like a really cool piece, actually.
I'm guessing that dial actually rotates. Oh, I think it does. It actually rotates
Is it
around.
world timer? Is it world timer? I'm not sure.
It is.
Yeah, it is.
I think that dial actually rotates. That inner dial rotates around it too, which is pretty sick. I think as you're setting the time or something, there's probably a setting on the crown that you can pull out and you can actually move it around to point at your home time.
Yeah,
that's a really nice complication, man. I like it. I like it a lot. Galvanic. Oh, YouTube video should be cool.
Let's see what this is all about.
Watch TV. Let's see.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a great little piece. I like that it sticks to Hermès's language. Like the lugs are the same. There we go. That's cool.
Yeah. What the hell?
Hold on, let me back. Yeah, that's cool. I like that.
What the hell is this horse name?
I'm guessing it's an enamel dial. There's some cool materials I think they're using in this too. Home time at the top. That's pretty sick. Not bad. Blue is pretty nice. There's some good depth to it too.
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. Yeah, look at that. So you obviously move it around.
You can actually jump. It's like a jump hour as well as it jumps time zones. Pretty nice.
Yeah.
Simple stuff,
Yeah.
but it's good. Sure beats that Golf Monaco. What the?
But I like that it's sort of blacked out. It's sort of it's got that stealth feel to it as well.
Yeah, you're a fan of it. You're a fan of blacked out watches. It's like your
yeah, man. Yeah, I'm into it. Definitely.
That Golf Monaco is hideous. I'm sorry. Why would that one? It's not even a caliber 11, man. Pushes on the wrong.
Yeah, here's an interesting one. I think this is quite cool because Recepi has now won the men's category twice.
Yeah, I thought you'd be happy with this one.
For the same watch. So the CC #1 took it out in 2018.
Wow.
And then now, like whatever it is, 4 years later, with the updated version, it's come around and won it again. Which is pretty cool. Who's Jason? How are you, buddy? Good to see you, man.
Yeah, good to see you, brother.
Good to see you.
It's been a while.
I actually like the look of the first one better. But this is a better watch. It's a better movement, and it's got a dead beat seconds complication. Blah blah blah.
I'm you know me. I'm not a fan of dead. I love the idea that the complication is dead second for me. Just every time I see it, I'm like, that twitch. It's amazing.
Quartz.
It's a mechanical quartz. Pretty good though. I mean, no one would know.
Yeah, I think it's pretty
Yeah,
cool. What else?
I'm quite fascinated by the beat seconds. I'm quite fascinated by the complication of the beat seconds. But there you are, the Ferdinand Two. Now that's my favourite of the lot.
Yeah, this is heavyweight.
That's some old school design right there.
Tell us about it, Thomas. Do you know what's going on? What the hell are we looking at here? I haven't looked into this one.
His music.
Yeah, it's just Ferdinand Berthier doing their thing, which they do brilliantly, and
Looks like a
I mean, look
regulator
at it.
date,
Look at
right?
it. No, it's telling the time at the top. It's
Oh yeah, you got hours.
So running seconds at the top,
Yeah.
hours on the
yeah.
right, and then time, actual minutes in the middle. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Neat.
That's pretty sick.
yeah.
I love the script. The way they balance out the script with that, bullet hole on the left-hand side there. It looks nice.
Yeah, looks gorgeous.
Good to know it's
Really
cost
nice.
certified. I mean, the watch is 270 grand.
I like the historical design. The historical design of the old school sort of
Very old school. The lugs and everything.
fashion design of Ferdinand Berthier.
No, correct me if I'm wrong, but it looks like, I mean, it looks very like Jean.
There's a chain. There's a chain in there as well.
It's a Fusain chain. That's
yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah.
This looks very like Jean meets Groeneveld in a way, and then Groeneveld's right next to them.
And they've taken out the chronograph prize with the chronograph.
The
Chronograph. Yeah.
So how do you say that? Chronograph.
Chronograph. Yeah.
Graph. The graph is definitely how you would say it. So it's like Chronograph. That's pretty cool. I like that name. Oh man, so it's like another regulator. So that's the power zone. I think. What? It's pretty cool. It's a little bit too much. I mean, I love some of their simpler stuff.
Yeah, I find the Grunfeld a bit overkill, to be honest with you. I'm not too much of a fan of it.
What's that thing at the bottom there? Is that like a constant force as well? Tantalum, that's pretty sick. Nice metal.
I don't give a shit. I don't care. Like, I'll take any Gronefeld I can get my hands on.
I mean, you can't really choose. Huh? I mean, they're exceptional.
Man. You can't mess with it. They're pulling out some of the best pieces in terms of finishing. I reckon at the moment they're just killing it.
And Voutilanen, what happened here? Artistic crafts. I mean, it's no surprise. Voutilanen died.
This is beautiful, the Voutilanen. I think it's a world timer as well.
Yeah, it is. Russell, if you're still listening,
just gorgeous style as usual.
I think
Russell should be as usual by Voutilanen.
The case of Groeneveld inventing a solution to a problem that doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Exactly. I think Russell should be looking into Voutilanen and getting himself a custom made. Golf Monaco is proof this thing is rigged. LVMH greased the judges. That,
there you go.
Man. I mean, is there anything more kitsch than that? I mean, really, why do that? And if you are going to do that, don't put the bloody Golf logo on it. Just make the design of the watch speak to the livery instead of actually slapping on vinyl inside. That's just terrible. Like, why would you do that?
I got a question coming from Jason ID.
AP Design Challenge. I don't even know what that is. Design Atelier. What is that? Does AP like launch a challenge for everyday punters to get involved? That's pretty sick. I think I heard about it a month ago.
I agree with Mason Ron as well. Groenveld's classic designs look much better. The 1941 Remontoir.
That piece is that's a dope piece for sure.
The Aquaterra World Time, as Will says, such a cool watch, so underrated. That and the tourbillon that they make, because they make a freaking tourbillon. I think Aquaterra World Time's one of the best watches that Omega makes at the moment. It's just something else. Look at that Grand Seiko. Of course that would win. Look at that thing.
Yeah.
We knew
this
that
is really expensive too, this watch. I think it's like 300 or something. Yeah, 400. Look at that, man.
Beautiful. So much better.
The only thing I don't really like about this watch is that it's all of the movement seems to be a similar finish and a similar tone. Like they should have broken it up a bit. and made it a little bit more like, you know, some parts stick out a little bit more. Like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like some contrast in the thing. Particularly the hands, they just sort of blend in. Look at, like, if you just look, like, step back and look at that.
That's how big it would probably be on your wrist too. I mean, yeah, I get you. I get you. They could have glued the hands or something to just break it up.
Something, yeah. They could have done something different with some of the pieces. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's totally sick, but that's my only criticism. If I'm going to be picky.
Thomas has left us again. I can't believe he's actually able to do this from the train. I mean, hell, he's going through tunnels and, like, he's traveling.
He's the live stream king. He does whatever it takes to do the live streams. You see, he's dedicated.
I mean, it's a long ride into London. It must be like, I'm guessing 4 hours from where you are, Thomas. Hey, 4 hours.
2 hours, an hour and a half. An hour and a half.
An hour and a half. That's a fast train, man. What? Like on a plane?
Direct
train. You're on a train.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, so cool. It's not stopping. That helps.
This is interesting. I'm going to be seeing this I'm on the train. I'm going to be seeing this today at the Tudor Constant Force again.
Yeah. Cool.
It's going to be on display.
I'm going into another tunnel.
Nice.
I'm not sure if you were with us a second ago. Yeah. I was just saying, Thomas, like, what I find from these renders, but even the live photos, like, there's not much contrast in the movement. Like, everything sort of blends into one. So I'd be interested to see, when you see it in the metal, what it's like. So report back to us and let us know.
It should be an interesting one.
Yeah. I think it's
totally amazing. Quite taken by this one.
That's a goodie.
Yeah.
It's a real goodie. The lugs are really interesting too. Just insane. Just so technical. It's not everyone's cup of tea. Makes sense.
I like constant force watches. Yeah.
The Mad One. What did that get? The Challenge Watch Prize.
So we'll do this quickly. What's going on with this? What the hell is this?
Oh, God, it's one of those QR codes, man. How can you put a QR code on a mainspring?
Are you for real? That's an actual QR code?
Mm-hmm.
No. What the hell?
Yeah.
What the fuck did they do that for?
I don't fucking know. Are they smoking? This is what happens. This is what happens when what's the expression? When your feet get too big for your boots?
I think, but what's the deal? Is it because it's the thinnest watch ever in the world?
I don't know. I do love the technical octos, but this one is just
Come on, man. Come on. That's got to be one of the thinnest watches ever, for sure.
Look at that thing.
Oh my God.
That QR code is just.
What are they smoking? They're smoking the watch.
That is thin, isn't it? That is thin.
I think Bulgari still makes the thinnest. I think they still have the record at the moment. So it's just stupid. Like it's two pieces of paper together, basically.
Isn't it Piaget with the
Maybe I feel like they opted for this.
What about that Richard Mille? What about that Richard Mille that was like a credit card?
Yes,
for chopping up your cocaine?
You're right. It's Richard. Yeah, that's the one, the Richard Mille. Yeah,
you're right.
You're
right. That's
2 millimeters.
What a
2 millimeters. Think
what a disaster. How can you do that to a watch?
It takes you to the Archie Explodes video of him exploding about Bulgari. That's what it takes you to.
How the hell can you put a QR code on your watch and actually think it's going to last? I mean, I'm the kind of guy that looks at something and asks, will this be relevant in 50 years' time? And, it's with a QR code on it, you're just asking for, I mean, this is the annals of history we're talking about. This is supposed to be the Oscars, and you're getting a watch that's got this is clearly your favorite, huh? Look at that rotor at the back. It's all skeletonized too.
I'm not a Moser person either. Like I really know nothing about them, but there's something about this watch. It just speaks to me. It's just a really
another brand that's very inviting and very engaging. They're always inviting you to come to their museum and to check them out and to hang out. It's great. These brands give a damn.
You've got to see the pictures, the real life thing.
3-dimensional.
It's so different. It's so different to these shitty renders.
Yeah, you can't judge on a flat image. Look how 3-dimensional that thing is. I didn't realize the dial was so.
Yeah. Here, look at this one. Look at this.
I didn't realize the crystal was so dumb.
Yeah, it is.
Wow.
Yeah, there's lots of depth to it. There we go.
Look at that loom. Look at those loom. Look at the markers. They're literally like toothpaste, like loom toothpaste on your dial. Now that doesn't sound appealing, does it? But
I'm surprised they didn't bend the hands. The hands should be bent around there.
Yeah, they're not. Yeah, they're a little bit straight, don't they?
You can't have straight hands on a curved dial. It's too cool though. It's just mad. These watches are just crazy. I love those applied markers.
This is just, oh man, this is dope. Moza just nailed it with this piece.
Isn't it funny how we chat about Rolex and then suddenly we jump to this and we're like, yeah, this is pretty cool too, you know?
What happened then? The hell?
I'll take it.
Let's see if we can get some watch porn.
It's really great how subtle it is for what it is. It's actually quite underwhelming. Can I say that?
Yeah, you can. It's one of those pieces that's just got layers. You've got to get into it, and you've got to just start digging into those layers, and then it sort of comes at you. It just comes at you, this one. Yeah,
nice.
that doesn't surprise me.
The way everything's balanced on that dial, man. It's just so well spaced out and too freaking cool. Sick.
Yeah. Anyway.
Sick.
What else we got? I think that was that.
I can't believe is that how few the selections were? I mean, there's only like 10 prizes. I thought GPHG was like huge.
There's huge. I think.
I'm surprised.
Well, no, it's when you start looking at each of the categories and looking at all of the
all the
contenders
nominated.
Yeah, that's when it starts getting crazy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Parmigiani for the women's prize. I don't know so much. It's cool. I mean, I remember speaking about this the other years when it came out last year, and I was like, I really dig this watch, and you guys are like, nah, it's terrible. Everyone's talking about this thing now. Unfortunately.
Yeah, they've made the indices diamonds, haven't they, for the ladies version?
I think it was, for me, it was the dial. It looked like some sort of like a fabric material. You know,
it does have like a houndstooth vibe to it. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, but I think in the metal, probably it must be much better than what it looks like.
Yeah, for sure. Not bad.
Yeah, but you're right. Everyone is talking about this piece now, the Parmigiani and the Tonda.
Yeah.
Tonda.
I can't believe how few. I thought there was like 20 categories, 30 categories through this, but there's only like
quite interesting.
15 or something.
I'm pulling.
Goodbye. He's pulling into. I'm guessing King's Cross.
Yeah, sorry about that. I'm pulling into King's Cross now, so I better leave you guys. Thanks for having me on, and thanks for having me on. It's great to have you back on online, JCB. Great to have the show back online again, and
yeah, it's been good.
It'd be great to join you again when I'm not traveling.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, 100%, mate. You're welcome. Welcome anytime, mate. We'll see you soon. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a good time. I'll watch Cross Salon. So, I'm
looking forward to seeing lots of photos in our WhatsApp and getting around.
Definitely.
All right, brother.
Take care, IDGuy.
Cheers, brother.
See you soon.
Yeah, again, I'm really surprised how short of a selection there is here. Hey, like.
Yeah, is that? I think that's normally around what they.
Maybe it's just been a while, and I haven't looked into this enough. I don't know.
Yeah, you're just wrapped about the Tudor.
Yeah, man, I'm really surprised. I'm really surprised. I can't remember what else was shortlisted. There was something else shortlisted for the event. There was another Tudor. I can't remember what it was, but I think it was like it was the Ranger. No, it wasn't. It was the Ranger or something. I don't know, but
Ranger.
Yeah. No, it wasn't the Ranger. It can't be. I
Hell
think it
no.
might have been, what was the other one they did? The Pro.
Ranger got the prize for the worst watch release in the last decade. That's what they would have fucking taken out.
Actually, my most disappointing watch of the year. I should you not. Like,
yeah.
That watch I was so eager for, you know? It's just would be fantastic. And then that lume they bring it with, and it's just, you know, it could have been better, and they know it. And then they drop a watch like the Pelagos 39, which would have been, I bet you it'll be shortlisted for next year, if you any bet, because people seem to love it. But I know 39mm diver, you get so many of those today. Pelagos deserves to be a bit beefier, you know.
Is 39 the size of the moment now? Is it the size?
Funny enough, I'm actually doing a video on it. I'm putting it out tomorrow, hey? All about Seiko Pro specs, and I used the SPB 143 as the example, and that's 39mm, and it has, you know, over the years it has gotten into the stage of just being the popular size. It seems like if anything's at 39mm, people will go mad for it. So, you know,
it's funny, isn't it? Like how watches went from like 36 to 40. 42, like at the start of the sort of 2000s, it was crazy stuff like 44 and 46 was coming out, and then now we're going back to 39, 40, 39 to 41 seems to be the range now, I reckon.
And it's a size that's going to last too. Hey? I think it's gonna stand the test of time pretty well, because I mean most wrists can wear it. I think that's. People are less interested in watches that show themselves. They're more interested in watches that they can just wear and forget about. And that size is a good meeting point. And then Rolex decides, no, we're just going to bring out a 50mm Sea Dweller. Yeah. Have you got any other news that side? Like what else has been going on? Let's think.
No, not much. The only thing I was going to say, we were talking about it before. This is the one I want to go and I'm going to try and go and see it.
Reggae?
No. I want to, because I just haven't been into the shop to go and to see that.
Sweet.
Yeah, I haven't been. These are really hard to come by in the ADs here, especially this blue one. They just don't. I think they, as soon as they get them in, they go out the door to people on the wait list or whatever. But I just want to check it out because I'm really fascinated. I've been getting into speedies lately since I tried on the 3861, and I was like, man, that's really nice. And then so I've just been looking at the catalog, and then this one, maybe I've been suckered in by all the George Clooney shit I see on when I'm driving around.
No, I mean. The other day, I saw, it might have been the green dial of this on Instagram. Someone was just sharing it out in the wild in the sun.
Yeah.
It gives that Daytona of yours a run for its money. I'll see if I save the picture. I'll have a look.
Yeah.
It looks out of this world good. Like, oh man.
This thing here, if you look at it, they've nailed so much stuff, right? Okay, so let's look at it. The hands, broad arrow hands, right?
Yep.
I mean, case
you don't need to sell me on it. I know.
Yeah. Just I mean, so the case and the bracelet, you've got the flat link bracelet. You've got the size of the watch. I think it's 40.5 or thereabouts.
Yeah.
So the size and the thickness is I think it's under 13. It's like 12.99 or whatever. Let's call it 13, right?
I'm gonna DM you this right now.
Okay.
Let's see. You are gonna. Oof! It's beautiful.
And then the dot. Where did you send it to me?
Instagram. We're very connected, eh? Very, very mod. We're in with the kids.
Yeah, we are. Let's see. What do we got?
Boom.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And the way it
yeah.
gets better, if you then go across to the next one, you'll see like side profile and I mean,
yeah.
What else do you need out of a chrono right there? That as a daily wearer, I mean, it's like, oh no, I didn't realize there was a video. Look at that thing. Look at the bracelet. It's friggin'. Oh man.
Yeah, I would tend to wear this one more on a strap. I think.
You reckon?
I think so. I mean, obviously you buy it on the bracelet, but then I'd start chucking some straps on this thing. I reckon. That's a strap sort of just becoming my style for some reason.
And funny enough, I didn't realize, but Omega actually brought out in-house mesh. Not in-house. Technically, it's made by Staub, I think, Germany.
Staub. Yeah. Well, how do you pronounce it? Staub. I've been calling it Staub.
I think it's Staub. It's SBAU. I don't know. I could be completely wrong. I know Dutch. I don't know German very well, but it's kind of linked. But mesh, I need to get a 19 mil mesh. That's like my next thing. Free up myself from a few pieces, put some money aside, and get an Omega mesh for my 57.
Yeah,
on the deployment and everything. So that's the next goal. Like, I'm not looking at other watches. I just want to get a mesh. That's where I'm at the moment. Just get a mesh. I would ideally want. I mean, it's the 12th today. Birthday in 10 days time. I want to try and squeeze it in just before then.
I love it. I love the plotting. I love the plotting. It's so good.
That's all I've been doing. The last 2 months, it's just plotting. What's the next step? I mean, odds are I'll be moving out of this house in the end of this month. Packing up and moving 500 miles. You know, it's a whole new chapter. It's just man. It's been
Well,
can't tell you.
I think my only reservation about the watch is the steel bezel. I don't know what. It's just sort of. That's why I have to have a look at it in the metal to see how it looks.
Luckily, it is bright. It is matte, so that's a bonus.
Yeah, just not sure if I'm sold on the steel bezel. Something about it's just not. It's not. I don't know. I just don't know what it is. I can't put my finger on it. Like what I don't like about it, but
I think it dresses it down quite nicely. Nowadays, the bezel seems to be quite an attraction point for a lot of watches. So having no bezel, it makes it a lot more under the radar. Great piece. I mean, they nailed the proportions. I love that. The way they did the chrono is just so clever. I know it's not new tech. I mean, this is 10-year-old tech we're talking about here, but the fact that they brought these colors out and they've made it a bit more mainstream.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not. As you're right. Like, the tech is not new. Well, it's all master chronometer certified and meta certified, I guess. So they have done some stuff to it, whatever that is. But it's just the way that they brought all these elements together. I think the way that the design people have sat down and really thought it through, I think, and come up with something that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right, and it's pretty sweet watch. When it first came out, I thought it was cool, and then I was like, lately I've been looking more and more at it, going, I need to try that damn thing on.
It's funny how it works, eh? Like the obsession kicks in a little while. You have to let it sit for a while, and then suddenly you look at it differently. I've had a few of those moments this year. I can't remember. See, I'm kind of in and out. It looks big on his wrist. Yeah, I think that's what he said. It does.
Oh,
a kick in the
nuts. That is a kick in the nuts. I wonder what. Maybe you wouldn't get any. Sec. Program interruption.
No, go for it. I'll just sit with the audience. It's been a while since I've done a solo live stream. A lot has changed, a lot has happened in my life, but we're getting through it. And very soon we'll be back on track and hopefully broadcasting again, back to a regularly scheduled program. Here we go.
Yeah, no, we're looking forward to it, mate. We're looking forward to it. Getting some regular streams. So yeah, that's about it. What else? News. My side.
I can't think of anything. You know, like just checking out the channel. I am going to do something on Gerard Perregaux, Laureato. That needs.
Did you see my section on Thomas's show just last week?
I think I did. You said that was an underrated watch that you want. Yeah.
Man, the ceramic, especially the ceramic ones, like they don't get any love. And sorry to cut you off, but that ceramic skeleton, put that in your video. It's sick, man. It's a really cool watch.
I've tried on two in the past. I tried on the blue dial, like the standard one, and the Panda Chrono.
Yeah.
And what I think they do so well is it's just so under the radar. It's so casual compared to the contemporaries, you know, the highly polished and brushed Nautiluses and APs. GP makes it really casual and subtle. Great for an everyday wearer. And that whole bezel, the bezel is actually screwed in as a unit. It's not screws and crap.
Yeah.
Little top loader. It's really clever.
I find on the stainless ones, the bezel can be a little bit like in your face, it's just because of the angles and so on. But on the ceramic, because it's black, it dulls those angles down a little bit. It sort of makes them blend in. So when you see that one in the metal, or when you see it in the ceramic, I should say, it's a game changer. It's really cool.
Ceramic tourbillon. Hey, that's what you would go after.
It's not a tourbillon. It's just a, what is it? It's just a skeleton. It's just a skeleton. So it's a ceramic skeleton.
Nice.
But the thing, I mean, there's not many other full ceramic skeleton watches around. That's the thing.
True.
Like if you want to get into that sort of genre, you're looking at like there's just not many options, and you've got to go to AP or something crazy to get the full ceramic treatment, right? And then you're paying crazy money for those watches.
Like two houses you're paying for one watch. Yeah, I know.
But you can't get them like a ceramic openwork, which is the sort of the equivalent of the Laureato. A ceramic openwork, I think they go for about 3 times the price on the market. So you're looking at about in USD, and I'm just making up numbers, but like 200, 300 or something. Crazy money, right? The Laureato, the ceramic, you know, it's not finished to that level. It's not the same quality, but it's still really, really good. Like it's really done really well, and you're getting that if you want to get into that genre. So I'd be really, that's a cool video to get into, man. Good topic.
Yeah, it'd be nice to talk about. I mean, it's funny. I look back a couple of years ago. I did one on the Vacheron Overseas. How it's a watch we should pay attention to, and look what happened to it. Flipping hell.
Yeah.
Nuts.
100%.
It's nuts. And probably the same with GP. I mean, there's lots of murmurings in the background that GP is very good. Why the hell aren't people looking at it? And I mean, true. If I was going after an integrated watch right now, I mean, you can't go wrong with a Laureato. It's so good.
I reckon it's because you get people. I won't mention any names, but
all resale value, man. It's all resale value at the end of the day. It's all people are interested in. Return.
People slag them off, like call them toxic and garbage and all that sort of stuff, and and that mud tends to stick, right?
Yeah.
And like sure, on they're dying off on the secondary. You take a bath, but that's where guys like us come in, like
the bottom feeders.
Like you come in and grab something cool, So
no, man, it was such a cool experience with that chrono. I was able to wear it for like a good few hours at an event, and it was great. Such a nice watch, so easy to wear. Having to wrap it up, it's like 10:30, 11 o'clock that side.
Yeah. No, it's good, man. It's good chat. I'll give you a call over the weekend though. We'll have a chat offline and
cool.
We'll go from there, man.
Yeah, it's funny. Like over the next 2 weeks, a lot is going to happen this side. As hopefully, I still don't know if it's all set in stone yet. But I'm just going to try and gun as many videos as I can. See if I can edit them all together, because I don't know when I'll be in Wi-Fi again. And it's nuts.
Yeah,
so much has been happening this end. It's hard to actually fathom what's been going on.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I'll call you tomorrow, man.
cool.
We'll have a chat. Yeah,
man.
cool.
Great.
All right, brother.
It's been
Good
awesome,
seeing you, man. Seeing you back on the airwaves, man.
Yeah, it's been over a year, so it's pretty cool to like.
We'll do it more often.
Nice. Lots of love, brother. Cheers, everyone in the chat. We're still online, huh? Yeah, we're still live. So.
I think we're the only two still on the.
Everyone's bailed on us. Good. That's cool. I like the casual.
Right,
awesome, man. Take care.
Man. Later. Thanks, guys, in the chat as well, and everyone watching. Good to see you.
Thanks, everyone, for joining in. It was a good chat.